Hey guys, welcome to my live Tuesday at 2. My name is Mel with Mel Lauren Fitness, and I am a personal trainer and a behavior change specialist. And if you see in the description, my topic for today is what I eat. I know it's super fascinating, but I actually got requested a few times on YouTube to make a video about this. So not only is my live about this, I'm going to talk a little more in depth about what I eat and why. Hi, Angie. Then I'm also working on a video to actually show you the food that I'm eating. I am not by any means a chef. I don't do much cooking. So if you're not someone who does a lot of cooking and you don't know your way around the kitchen too much, or you're not, you don't have a lot of time, or maybe it's just not a priority, that might be a video you want to watch, and that one I'm going to be doing right on YouTube. But this one is my live. This one I'm going to go a little more into detail if you're interested in the things that a personal trainer eats and why. So what my video is going to be about today is I'm going to briefly just talk about the things that I think about when I am putting together my diet, because it is not just about calories in versus calories out. It's not just making sure I get within a certain amount of calories. I have a couple of different things that I find that are important for me to get in every single day, and that is how I rearrange my diet. Give me a thumbs up if you are a little bit confused and overwhelmed when it comes to finding what you're going to eat. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you get to the end of your day and you're not really sure if you're eating what you need to be eating, if you're hitting all of your vitamins, minerals. Maybe there's certain other things that you need to be getting that you have no idea about. I know a lot of people seem to be confused about diet, and there's a lot of different diets out there. I'm just going to put a little exclaimer that I don't follow a specific diet. Like, I'm not into high protein or high carb or high fat or eating any certain way. I really, again, focus on my needs, and again, always high fruits and vegetables. That is one thing that I always try to focus on, is the fruits and vegetables. So that's one thing that I am always focusing on. Hi, Katie. Hi, Travis. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Ashley and Stephanie. I'm going back to the two different videos just because I want to get in my group and on my profile. So let me get kind of into it. I'm going to tell you some of the main topics. Like, there's 5 different things that I really focus on when I am putting together my diet. Hey, Travis. And then I'll kind of give you examples of what I'm eating. And so then you can, and if you have any questions, you can leave them below. It's a little bit slower, so sometimes I'll get your questions, but it won't be until later. So some of the things that I focus on when I am putting together my diet. Like I said, first of all, fruits and vegetables. I'm a big believer in, getting a lot of fruits and vegetables in your diet. Number 2, fats. You got to make sure you're getting in those healthy fats. And number 3, I do focus on some protein because I do want to make sure I'm getting enough protein. Most people in the American diet, I know a lot of people think they don't get enough protein, but most people do get enough protein based on their specific needs. But it depends on, if you're eating whole foods or if you're eating more processed foods. Number 4, I do track my calories, and that is just because when you're maintaining, you can really, hopefully you can go off of how you're feeling, but if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to build, put on some muscle, you might be trying to have a surplus or have a little less calories, and sometimes you can't gauge if you're not very in tune with how your body feels, so that's something that you can learn. So I do track calories. And then the other thing I track is what I'm lacking. And so that would be more of under the umbrella of supplements. So because I do take some supplements, and sometimes that's based on, I have a database where I can put in all my food and I can see where I'm lacking, vitamins, minerals, but then sometimes there's extra things that I take because when you're if you're sick, or sometimes you just need a little extra because it's hard to get everything you need in a standard American diet, and so I do take supplements. So those are the areas that I really focus on. I'm going to go a little bit deeper into each and why I focus on those areas. Afterwards, I mean, if you're super interested in it, put some fruits and veggies, whatever your favorite fruits and veggies are, emojis in the comments, and then later on I will add in more specifics of my diet, the breakdown, the guidelines, in case you want to make sure and kind of check it against your own diet to see what you might be lacking. So if you're interested in that, I can put that in the comments later. Just put in your fruit or veggie emojis in the comments, and I will make sure to add that in if I see that people are interested in that. So fruits and vegetables. The reason why this is number one for me is, hi Andrew, is because fruits and vegetables have phytochemicals. They have antioxidants. They have vitamins, minerals. So there's a lot of great things that you can get in fruits and vegetables. So, and it's not just the vitamins and minerals, which yes, you can take a supplement for that, but the phytochemicals and antioxidants are really important, and the way they're put together in fruits and vegetables make them perfect foods. And cancer is everywhere, and everyone has cancer in their bodies. It just depends on how you set up your life, whether you get it or not. You can, really set the deck in your favor. So the more fruits and vegetables you eat, the more phytochemicals, the more antioxidants, the more disease fighting, the more youthful appearance you'll have. So all of those things. So fruits and vegetables are very important. You want to get 7 to 10 servings for those anti-inflammatory benefits. Number 2, fats. So this one I've been focusing on a little bit more. Travis, I see, can you overdo it with the fruit? I would say, yes, you can overdo it, because it really does depend on, it's different for everybody, and this is the truth. If you're really active, you're in the gym every day, maybe you're a runner, if you're really, really active, you can utilize fruit and sugars better, and your body will use them better, and they won't cause issues. But you can overdo fruit because, again, you need a balance of certain vitamins, minerals, and everything else. And if you just focus too much on one food group, you're not going to get all the nutrients you need. And if your insulin isn't, if you can't handle it, then you are more likely to gain weight. You can get certain diseases. I wouldn't focus on, I don't think most people get too much fruit. I'm not a fruit phobic by any means. I make sure I get a few servings in every single day, because again, there's so many benefits that come with fruit. So I wouldn't try to not eat fruit. I mean, if you are on a diet where you're trying to restrict your calories, obviously then it's more important what you eat, because you're only getting so much altogether. So then you have to be really, really specific on what you get. So then you don't want to be eating a pound of fruit if you only get so many calories in your day, if that makes sense. So back to number 2, which is fat. I've been focusing a little bit more on healthy fats, and again, it's completely different than your general fast food fats, deep fried fats, processed food fats. Healthy fats, I find that sometimes, unless you're really intentionally trying to get them, a lot of people miss out, and I need to focus on this because of hormones, and this is for everybody. It's very easy to get your hormones out of balance via stress and chemicals in the diet and hormones in the diet. So I focus on making sure that I get omega-3s, omega-6s, even omega-9s at the right ratio. Again, it's all based on ratios. Making sure you get your monounsaturated fats, medium chain fats. So there's a lot of different fats, so I always make sure that I try to get those. And that's like omega-3s, you can get those in like walnuts and flaxseed. Making sure you're getting like lots of different nuts, like almonds and avocados are really great for monounsaturated fat. Getting things like coconut oil or coconut milk are good. Trying to think what else. Hemp seed or flaxseed, chia seed is another omega-3s. So there's lots of different fats that you want to get in your diet, and you want to get all of them to make sure that you're balanced. So fruits, vegetables, and fats. Number 3, I have this protein. Mostly this is because if you're getting a lot of fruits and vegetables, you do want to make sure you're getting enough protein in. I have a lot of plant-based proteins, so I'll do like a protein powder that is plant-based. I eat things like black beans and a lot of nuts and things like that. Even some of my berries that I have, which I'll talk about later, the goji berry, that has some protein in it. Protein is more based on your size, and if you're putting on size, then you might need some more protein. Your protein levels usually are about consistent because it's all about maintenance and how big you are. If you eat more protein, you're not necessarily going to put on more muscle. There's like a stagnant, like protein in and of itself does not build muscle, but you do need enough to maintain your body weight. So if you are trying to lose weight, it's not necessarily that you need so much more protein. It's more that you need the same amount, but based on ratio. So when you're, maybe you need 3,000 calories to maintain your weight, then you need, maybe you need like 10% of those calories to be protein based on your size. But then if you're trying to lose weight, your protein requirements are about the same. So the percentage is more, but it might not necessarily mean you need more protein. It's just harder to get, again, because you have less calories to get it in. And then that brings me to calories. I focus on this because it's a little bit different during different times of the year. When I'm getting into summer, I'm trying to cut, so I want to eat a little less calories, so I have to be more focused on making healthier choices. If you're trying to put on muscle, you want to add calories, but again, you want to be very intentional about it because you don't want to put on a bunch of fat or you don't want to lose a bunch of muscle. So you want to be pretty meticulous when you're counting calories if this is something you're doing. And then supplements. So supplements is the last thing that I focus on, and I do this because there are certain things I'm lacking, things that are hard to get, and then sometimes it's just a good insurance policy. So let me kind of give you just a quick run through now of what my day looks like, and I'll explain it a little bit more, and then we'll be good to go. So for breakfast, before breakfast, what I usually take is I take an aloe shot, and that is good for my digestion. So I take an aloe shot first thing in the morning, and first thing before dinner or before bed, I take another aloe shot. Again, it's for inflammation in the gut. I highly suggest you look into it and the benefits because I think majority of people can actually benefit from an aloe shot. And then I take a multivitamin. It's a whole foods, raw food multivitamin. So if you're taking a multivitamin, don't just get anything because you're wasting your money. You want to make sure that it's organic, that it's based out of real whole foods. So the side of my vitamins actually has the foods that it's coming from. And so I take those in the morning. I also take zinc, this one specifically for me, again, for my digestion, for my skin, and for my immune system because I don't get enough zinc in my diet. So that one is specific to me. The other two are things that I would consider everyone getting. And the other thing that I like to talk about is, which I've just started taking, is ashwagandha. So this one is great for stress. So it helps reduce your stress. It's really good if you live a very stressful life. If your stress is affecting your hormones, sleep, anything. So I've been taking this ashwagandha, and I think this one is pretty much safe for anyone. If you're under a lot of stress, this helps with that. And again, this, when you're under a lot of stress, it also messes with your hormones. So get your healthy fats and get your ashwagandha in. So that is what I have then. Breakfast, I usually start off with coffee and I add my coconut creamer into it so that I'm getting, again, some healthy fats. And I always put in stevia. I don't do artificial sugars. I like to do the stevia, which is a plant-based, because those artificial sugars have been shown to cause cancer and affect the nervous system and other things like that. So you don't want that. For breakfast, okay. So there used to be this huge fight of if this breakfast is the most important meal of the day. For me, it is right now just because I have my smoothie that I put all of my concoctions into. So my smoothie that I have every morning is some berries for those antioxidants and phytochemicals and everything else. I have a plant-based protein that I put in there. If you saw my video from last week, I put my maca in there. Again, it's good for balancing hormones. And then I put in flaxseed, which is, again, another really healthy fat for you. It's got the omega-3s. And I then put in, sometimes I'll put coconut water in. I've been putting coconut water in for a little more potassium. If there's one mineral that everyone is deficient in, it's going to be potassium. Again, because people are scared to eat fruit and they're not getting enough vegetables. So we need 4,500 milligrams of potassium. And most people get nowhere near it, not even close. So a lot of times I'll put in coconut water in there. And then I top my smoothie because I like to chew and I don't like to drink it because I don't feel as full. I top it with almonds. So again, another healthy fat. So my breakfast has a ton of healthy fat in it and a bunch of things. Oh yeah, and I put wheatgrass in there. So it's like extra greens, extra vegetables, because I still can't get enough in there. For lunch, then I usually have a salad with either some kind of darker lettuce, spinach, kale, and then I put in some veggie meat, so a meat substitute, and then I usually chop up an avocado, no dressing, maybe a little lemon, and then again, more healthy fats, greens, and proteins, and lemon for antioxidants. For snacks, my two main go-to snacks right now are I make kale chips, which are really good. You just wash them up, put them in the oven. I spray them down with some coconut oil or avocado oil and a little bit of salt and pepper. And it takes like 10 minutes and they're really good. And you can eat like a trough of kale in like 2 seconds. If you're me, I can eat a trough of kale in like 2 seconds when I turn them into chips. And then the other thing, which I just started eating the last couple of weeks, which I used to eat a long time ago, but then my doctor, Dr. Flynn, said that he specifically told me that I need to eat goji berries. So I've been eating goji berries every day along with kale. Those are my two snacks. So one is salty and savory and the other one is sweet. And again, goji berries are amazing and they have so many benefits. So when you're snacking, this is a problem that I find a lot of people have. When people think snacks, they think of like treats or junk food maybe, because I find that people will eat more calories via snack than they do in their meals, and their snacks usually aren't even like healthy. So people will eat, will fall on like chips and popcorn and maybe even candy, things from vending machines, things that we wouldn't eat in our meals, we take out as snacks, maybe crackers, hummus. Hummus isn't bad, but usually what people use to dip and eat the hummus with is usually not so great unless it's vegetables. But try to think of your snacks as, again, another way to get in nutrients. It's really hard to get in all the nutrients you need in the day, so use your snacks. So goji berries, again, great for HGH, the human growth hormone, which is, again, balancing your hormones is super important. So these berries are able to do that. And so, again, that makes you look younger, feel younger, gives you more energy. And so it's definitely something you want to sneak into your diet. And then for dinner, that's where it's kind of all over the place. If I have time, if I don't have time, depending on if I'm teaching. But a lot of times for dinner, I'll have something like a black bean burger wrapped in lettuce. I can't have broccoli or cauliflower or onions anymore. So I've been putting in asparagus and I've been wrapping my burger in lettuce because I can't have bread. And then I will sometimes have like sweet potatoes or something with it. And then at night, again, I have my other multivitamins and I have my aloe shot, and that's it. That's what I have in the day. And again, it's all based on the 5 main things: fruits and vegetables, healthy fats, proteins, calories based on your needs. I'm just holding my hand up. And then supplements based on what I'm lacking and just getting an insurance policy. All right, this video was longer than I was expecting it to be. I wanted it to be a little bit quicker, but I wanted to get the information out there. Again, if you want to have me do a little bullet point in the comments, leave your fruits and veggies so I know that's something that you're interested in, so you don't have to rewatch this whole thing. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, later on, I am going to be posting where you can actually see what I'm eating on YouTube. I'm going to be doing not a live video, but I'm putting together a video for that because that is actually where I had the request. All right, guys, so catch me every Tuesday at 2. And if you ever have any topics that you want me to hit, just shoot me a private message. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye, guys.